Hello bass family and welcome to Everything Bass with Dale Titus. Today we're moving on with the technical development unit and this is unit 5. So today we're going to use a familiar fingering pattern that I've featured in previous videos, but we're going to be working on our understanding of quarter notes versus eighth notes versus 16th notes. Now this is a left hand exercise which will help you again if you're working on your getting each finger strong and independent and flexible. But really the onus is on the right hand. And if you're a pick player, no problem. It's going to have the same kind of value because you're trying to develop your plucking technique to really cleanly play the differences between quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. If you don't quite understand those, you haven't done any reading, you haven't studied any other instruments where you understand what those are, I will cover them right now. And of course, if you want to visually see them, just go to patreon.com/everythingbass and find the unit or the post marked Technical Development Unit 5. So let's get on it. Before I show you the right hand part, let's just cover what you're going to be doing with the left hand. And it's simply, you're going to be playing first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and then do the same thing on each string. That's what the left hand's going to do. And then you'll shift up a fret and come down. So those are the notes you'll be fretting. Now what we're going to be doing with this hand is really the unique part of it. Every time we play a new fret, we're going to cycle through some different rhythmic values. So on beat 1, we're just going to play quarter note. Now if you don't know, quarter note is we hold for the count of 1. So if you're tapping your foot to some music, every time your foot goes down is a quarter note. Bum, 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 bum. That's quarter notes. Now eighth notes, which is what we'll be doing on the second beat of each measure, is if you play when your foot goes down and comes up. Bum, 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 bum. A lot of times we verbalize that as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now when we go to 16th notes, we're going to play 2 times when the foot goes down and 2 times when the foot comes up, and they got to be evenly spaced. Da 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 da, or 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a. So again, quarter notes 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16th notes 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now let's see how that's going to work into this exercise. We're going to go 1, 2 and 3E and a 4, 1, 2 and 3E and a 4. We end with a quarter note. 1, 2 and 3E and a 4, 1, 2 and 3E and a 4, 1, 2 and 3E and a 4. And you can keep going up, if you want to keep going from that last note, just slide up a fret, start over again. So on and so forth up the neck as far as you want to take it. This is a really important exercise because a lot of times when you're working with other musicians or a band director, he or she might turn to you and say, oh, can you play that as 16th notes? And if you haven't studied that, you won't know what he means. But now you do. Now you know he means that he wants you to play 1E and a 2E and a something with that kind of rhythmic. Or he might go, hey, on this bridge, just play quarter notes. Bum, 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 and you'll understand right away. So the other thing is technically getting this plucking hand used to playing quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes. That's a really important skill that sometimes we don't really address directly. We do it indirectly by just playing music, and that's fine too. This might be a quicker way to really get it down. And what I really like is that from this video on, you'll understand the difference between quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. If you don't, comment in the section below. Ask me to explain it better, and maybe I can send you a link or do another video as a follow-up. If you want to post a longer question, then just email me at dtitus@daletitus.com, and I'll be able to respond from there. I've been loving the interactions, the Facebook messages from the Everything Bass with Dale Titus Facebook page. That's been great. And the Instagram, which is Everything Bass with Dale Titus. So I really appreciate all that interaction because it honestly helps me plan the next videos, and it makes me very aware of how I should be presenting material to be the most clear it can be. So Technique Development Unit 5. Check it out, see what it does for you, and see how you like it. It's a good warm-up. I've been getting some questions from people about, hey, how should I warm up for my lessons or right for a gig? This would be an ideal one. just if you're warming up, play slowly. Don't try to be as fast as you can play as a warm-up. That's counterintuitive. You need to just take your time, let your hands kind of get the blood flowing through them, get them limbered up, especially in the cold weather seasons. Take extra time to take care of your hands, and they'll take care of you. So now we're moving on to our Encore item. Our Encore item today is great. As a teacher, people sometimes they'll mention to me like, oh, I tried playing odd meter time signatures and I just couldn't get it down. It's not for me, or odd meters confuse me. They have a fear of odd meter before they even really try to tackle it. And honestly, odd meter music is really fun, and it gets you out of some boxes. It pushes you to new areas, especially if you're interested in progressive music. It's just wonderful, and even jazz and fusion, all these styles that use it. Honestly, some of the heavy metal bands I've heard put in bars of 7 and things like that. So if you're new to odd meter and it's something you want to tackle but it seems intimidating, I've got the perfect tool for you to use that'll make it not intimidating, and that is Odd Meter Basics, and this is by Dino Monoxelos. This is the place to start. I did it wrong. This book wasn't around when I first started wanting to tackle odd meter, and I purchased some books were kind of over my head. They didn't really go through a lot of the foundational understanding of how to play through odd meters, and just threw me into the deep end of the pool, and I drowned. This book, phenomenal. It starts even with a little bio, a little history of brief history of odd meter. And it's funny enough, I forgot this, but it does talk about the intimidation factor that sometimes odd meter can hold. There's a great, in some versions you can get a CD version of it, and I'm sure in other versions, Hal Leonard has probably an online resource for you to stream the audio tracks. I know Dino personally, amazing player. He and I taught at Musicians Institute at the same time. He's just, what a great musician, what a great communicator. He has tons of experience doing clinics, and it shows up when you put this together, because it could be a very confusing topic, and it's not. I promise you it's not. So if odd meters in your future, and you want to just kind of get into it incrementally, I cannot recommend enough Odd Meter Basics by Dino Monoxelos. It's also part of the MI series, and every one of those books has been amazingly valuable to me. I think I've got them all. Maybe not. I need to check, see about that. But anyway, check it out. Great resource. So we have Technical Development Unit 5, and we have Odd Meter Basics by Dino Monoxelos. As always, if you like this video, please hit the like button at the bottom. It really does a lot. It's not a little thing. It really, as I'm getting to understand how to grow this channel, having videos with many likes is really important to growing the channel. Also, and this means the most to me, if you could actually subscribe to the channel by just hitting the subscribe button right down there. And then if you want to be notified every time I upload videos, hit the bell icon over there. That'll let you know, oh, hey, Dale's posted something new and you can check it out. And lastly, if this video is cool for you and you know someone online who could benefit from it, please share it with them. I'd love to see this grow beyond what it is now. I have great visions for what I like everything bass to become, and it's beyond just private or just video lessons. It's really, I want it to be really a hub for interactivity between all bass players. So I appreciate all that. All right, well, I will see you in the next video. Thanks.